Hello Power Nerds Lightning Collection fans, and welcome to the next episode of Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice as we talk about everything that's happened in the past week for the Power Nerds Lightning Collection. Now today, and this week, we really don't have that much news whatsoever to discuss, but we do have just some small little nuggets to discuss like usual, so let's go ahead and get right on into it. So our first thing to discuss this week is just a tiny piece of information that honestly I'm not really sure how helpful it's going to be for anyone who's looking forward to these figures, but it is just something that we didn't have before that we now have from one of my sources who has provided me product numbers for two of those codes that were found by JT Prime 17 from that undisclosed store last month. So these were found alongside the TMNT listings. Now we don't have any updates on those yet, although I'm really hoping that they happen soon. We do have a tiny bit of update and a little bit more information on the ASQD Venus and Jupiter codes, which we are pretty sure are going to be A Squad Red and A Squad Yellow. We already know that Jupiter would be red, and Venus we don't know for sure would be yellow, but we already have A Squad Blue. It's not green because green would be Mercury. It's not pink because pink would be Neptune, so just by process of elimination there, we're assuming that Venus would be yellow, which makes sense. But basically the only new information that we have for those is what the product numbers are. So these product numbers are as follows. So the A Squad Jupiter one is F2972, and the A Squad Venus one is F2975. So once again, nothing like super crazy about new information with these, but it is interesting that we do have the barcodes for them now. Now, as of right now, so this actually information on the numbers came from a different source. It wasn't JT Prime 17 who gave me the codes originally. These numbers are from a different source, and also the listings where they found these numbers on are from a different store than they were originally found on in the first place. So we now have them at two different stores, one with the product numbers. So, and not that that really means anything. One having the product numbers doesn't mean that the other one wouldn't have it eventually. But basically, they are at two different stores now. Now, of course, we don't have any updates of like releases for these, like when they're going to happen, if they're going to be exclusives, if they're part of a wave, or anything like that. But basically, just a tiny bit of updates on those, and maybe if that April 9th event ends up panning out to be true, which I would imagine it probably will. But yet again, we still don't know if there's going to be anything Power Rangers at this event. Maybe we'll see them there. That would be our next possible chance, I would assume, to see them. But that's all we have for them. Next up, we have an update about Hasbro Pulse UK. So I think it was about 2 weeks ago, we had the Hasbro Pulse investor call that kind of talked, or it was just Hasbro investor call, that just kind of talked about that they were going to be expanding Hasbro Pulse from beyond just the North American market. And the first market they said was going to be happening was the UK. And now it's happened in the UK. So as of this past week, Hasbro Pulse UK is now live and features quite a lackluster amount of stuff on there. Unfortunately. So at least it's cool that it exists for people in the UK. I know that I've had lots of people comment on Lightning Storm over the past year that they've wanted access to these exclusives and everything, and they're not quite giving that to you yet, unfortunately. The only Lightning Collection things that they have up there right now is they have all up for pre-order. Wave 8 is up for pre-order there, and Wave 9 is up for pre-order there, but no access as of right now for Psycho Green, for the Putty Patroller 2-pack, for Lord Draken Evolution 3, Metallic Armor MMPR Pink. All the Hasbro Pulse exclusives that we've had in the Lightning Collection are not up there yet, which I'm sure is like the main reason why anyone in the UK wanted Hasbro Pulse, because they can get the other ways any other store just like everyone else in the US can at other stores. So hopefully they fix that or add more stuff there or make it more worth it, but at least the service is available there, so at least now there's an actual chance of it happening before when there really wasn't. So I will post updates if I have anything to say about if they add exclusives and everything. I will be checking it to see if anything ever changes, and if I find something different about it, I'll be sure to post it first at LightningFigPR on Twitter, so be sure you keep your eyes peeled there, or on Instagram under the same name. If I see stuff, I will post it there. But it is cool that it's launched, and hopefully it gets better. Also this week, we had some brand new promo shots of Wave 8, which is interesting that, Wave 8's out now. But basically, there's this type of promo shot that I'm always trying to find just to satisfy my OCD brain. It's this kind of packaging shot where you see just a little bit of the top of the package. Now, I know it might be kind of hard to explain what I'm trying to say here. Basically, sometimes they give us a packaging shot where it's like just a total like straight on view of it. You can't see any of the top of it or anything. But for literally every single Lightning Collection figure that has ever been released, including the Spectrums and everything, we've found, at least eventually, promo shots that show a tiny bit of the box at the top. And for just consistency's sake, and for like the logbook and everything, I like to keep it all under the same type of promo shots. In Wave 8 and Wave 9, I could not find that kind of promo shot anywhere until this past Saturday night when they just had them up on Walmart's site. So now we finally have the brand new promo shots of the boxes of Wave 8 that look all pretty and match all of the other ones we've had before. We also had brand new accessories photos, which just kind of give you a nice clear look at all the different accessories. And then, if you remember back when Wave 9 got revealed last month, they had these like special kind of colored, like they were like in this weird room background for the different figures in Wave 9. It looked pretty cool. They were all color tinted to the figure's color and everything. Well, we actually have those for Wave 8 now, so not really a point to any of these promo shots, but if you just like looking at pretty pictures of the figures, or you save them for different graphics or something or whatever, like I do, then you might want these. So I posted the full versions of them over on at LightningFigPR on Twitter if you guys do want to save them for any particular reason, but I showed you most of them here anyway. So, but like I said, if you want to save them, you can either go to Walmart's site and find them there, or you can go at LightningFigPR on Twitter and find them there. So, random time for them to happen now. Now I guess we just wait for Wave 9 to have the boxes that I'm looking for, because I'm looking for those too. Finally this week, this is sort of a lightning strike of the week, I would say. We have a new episode out of the Lightning Collective podcast, which I believe I mentioned on this show before, when they were able to interview one of the other designers and everything of the Lightning Collection back, I think in like August or September. Well, Callum over there at the Lightning Collective podcast has uploaded his newest episode this past week, where he's interviewing a Hasbro designer, Nick Laub, and this was really good. I listened to the whole thing. It was like a little over an hour long. And he kind of just talked about his whole like history of getting to Hasbro and everything. And if you're wondering on what things he worked on in the Lightning Collection, he worked on like the original GameStop Goldar. He worked a little bit on the Dragon Dagger, all that kind of stuff. So it was just cool to hear his story and kind of hear his thoughts on all these things. So I'll leave a link down in the description below if you guys want to check out the episode of the Lightning Collective podcast with him on it. I highly recommend it. And now, since this was sort of our lightning strike of the week, I do forget to always say it here on the channel, but if you guys want to submit things for Lightning Strike of the Week to pop up here on an episode, at a future episode of Lightning Storm, be sure to tag me either on Instagram or at LightningFigPR. Well, yeah, that on Twitter or on Instagram, it doesn't matter which one. And hopefully I can find it, and I'll pick some of my favorites and stuff, and we'll throw those in for Lightning Strike of the Week. So I've always been meaning to say that in this segment, but I've always kind of forgot. So yeah, send them all in. Let me see what you got. If you have customs, if you have really cool displays or whatever, just let me see it. Well, guys, that's going to do it for this week's episode of Lightning Storm. Like I said, not much to discuss here this week, just a few odds and ends and like tiny little details, but in the weeks leading up to a potential event, that's always what we're going to get. I mean, there's never going to be always every single week with substantial Lightning Collection news. That's just going to happen. This is just what this does. You know, we're in one of those lull periods right now following the February 12th Fan First Friday, which, can you believe that was already over a month ago? I can't believe that. That's insane. So maybe we'll see stuff in the rest of March. I'm not counting on it. I'm thinking our next chance of seeing anything officially will be in April, maybe at the April 9th event if that does end up panning out. But guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Lightning Storm. Let me know down in the comments below what you think. When do you think we could see some of this stuff? You know, what are you looking forward to seeing of all the stuff that's out there and everything? Did you listen to the Lightning Collective podcast this week? How you doing? You know, just what's going on? And that's all I got here. So I'll see you guys all next time on Lightning Storm, the series where lightning always strikes twice. See ya.